Hi guys, welcome again out to Kicking It Keto Lactose Free, the channel where I give you recipes that you can use if you are or if you have a lactose allergy and or you're just trying to do keto and want some new fun recipes. My whole thing is to give you comfort food that fills you up, doesn't make you feel like you're on a real diet, and be able to still lose the weight and stay in ketosis. So, about me, my name's Joe. I've been doing this now for almost a year. I think not even close to almost a year. I've been doing it for 9 months total. My wife has been on it a little bit longer than I have. Or at least she stuck to it longer than I did. It took me a while to actually jump on the bandwagon. I made all the food for her, but I did not really abide by it. So when she started losing weight, I'm like, okay, I'll start doing it for real. Anyway, long story short, we've lost a great deal of weight, feel better. I mean, there's just so many reasons why we do keto, but that'll be another video. So, but today's cheesecake video, it's lactose free. So you can have this if you have the lactose allergy. Not all milk allergies and lactose allergies are the same. First off, remember that. There are different parts people can be allergic to. My wife just happens to be lactose intolerant on an EpiPen level, okay? So, that out of the way, keeping it keto, here's how we do it. So as far as our recipe goes, we're going to be using for the crust pecans and bleached almond flour. Now, I wanted to try and simulate that graham cracker kind of crust, so which is why with the almond flour by itself, it's meh, with a little bit of the sweetener, it's but with the pecans though, crushed up into a flour mixed in with the almond flour and a dash of cinnamon, it is the closest I've been able to come to actual graham cracker crust. Crust and it tastes really good. Okay. Then we have our base version, which is 3.3 net carbs per cupcake, because we're going to be making them in a cupcake tin. They still have the set though, but I'm making these for bite-sized portions. It's easier to portion out. So for each cupcake, it's going to be cupcake. It's going to be 3.3. Now, toppings. Some people like plain cheesecake. Follow along. It'll give you the plain cheesecake, but as an added bonus, I'm going to be adding in strawberry topping as well as a chocolate topping. So you can make chocolate strawberry cupcakes, or just chocolate, or just strawberry, or just plain. It doesn't matter. But let this be known. You can add the chocolate sauce I'm going to show you. These are Sheffield's semi-sweet chocolate chips. These are zero allergen chocolate chip. What I mean by that is these are wheat-free, dairy-free, egg-free, peanut-free, soy-free, tree nut-free, fish-free, and shellfish-free. Shellfish-free. Whew, try saying that 10 times fast. Anyway, so they have 8 carbs per, I believe it is tablespoon, right? But they have 8 added sugars, which you subtract the 8 added sugars, not sugars, but 8 added sugars from the carbs, and that's how you get your net, and which we make these 0. So that's awesome. Boom, boom. Then we got our strawberries. And once again, strawberries, they're not exactly keto friendly in a big dose. You have to use a little dose. Okay, so a very little strawberry on each one. In fact, the sauce I'm going to make is going to add about 1 carb to each cupcake or cheesecake. So you're looking at, instead of 3.3, 4.3. So you just balance your day right, and you can have one at the end of the day. Simple as that for dessert after your meal. So for our sweeteners, of course, we've got the Swerve and the Confectioner's Swerve. This is for the filling. Monk fruit, which you can use for either, and then Swerve Brown, replace brown sugar. Now, you can use whatever sweetener you want to use. I did a test of 6 different ones, and I found the sweeteners that work the best were the Swerve and the monk fruit. That being said, remember Swerve does give you that kind of little aftertaste, and you can tell it's a sugar replacement, whereas monk fruit, not so much. The difference between the two is the monk fruit costs a hell of a lot more to buy. So, it's really up to you. So for today's, I am going to be using the Swerve just because I'm going to keep it even, but I just wanted to throw that option out there because I tasted, not lactose, what is it? Sucralose, and I tried a couple of other ones. So, stevia, no, do not do it. I don't care what anybody says. The bitter aftertaste is just not worth it. Maybe for your coffee, if you're used to bitter coffee and you like bitter with a little bit of sweet, but I've got a whole box that's sitting there and I'm never going to use. Bought it from Costco. So upset. Anyway, and then of course we got our cupcake parchment things. Yeah, right there. Vanilla extract, salt, our plant-based sour cream, and plant-based cream cheese from Tofuti and Good Karma. They're great products. I use them in a lot of different things. And for the time when you need cream cheese or you need sour cream, that's what you use. And you keep it keto and everything else. The cream cheese, just for, here it is. It has 2 tablespoons, has 2 carbs. Yeah, 2 tablespoons, 2 carbs, just so you know. And for the plant-based sour cream, we're looking at 2 carbs minus 1 added sugar, so that's 1 carb per 2 tablespoons on this. All right, so we got everything we need here. Let's get started. Oh, xanthan gum. Also, it's a binder. Forgot to tell you about that, guys. Sorry. And our bleached almond flour and pecans. Now, with the bleached almond flour by itself as a crust, it was okay. But the magic happened when I crushed up pecans as a flour and added it to the almond flour in a half-half ratio. Oh, with the brown sugar and the butter, oh my God. Awesome. So yeah, that's what we're doing. Oh, I said butter. Hold on one second. So what we're going to be using for the butter is our lactose-free Green Valley. Like I said, we're keeping it lactose-free. This is the stuff you want to get. This is real butter. Real butter, processed with the lactose out of it. This is good. There's the replacements you can use, but it doesn't always give you that same kind of feel, taste. You know what I mean? We've used enough of that stuff already. I've used Nature's Best, and I've used a couple of other ones that are olive oil based or whatever. But this is the real deal, and it's lactose free. So we're gonna use this one. Okay. All right, let's get started. All right, first thing we're gonna do is make our crust, and this isn't just any old crust. There's a couple of steps though, so make sure you pay attention. All right, so we have our half a cup of almond flour, then we have a half a cup of pecans. So now to make this in the flour, I'm just gonna add them to my little mini emulsion blender food processor accessory, right? And we're gonna chop these bad boys up. Okay, there we go. Ready? Let's go. Chopping. I think that'll do. So let's check it out. Then we move on to our next step. Yes, sir. That's what I'm talking about. All right. See? All nice, ground up, beautiful. Now we have our almond flour here, half cup. What we're going to do is we're going to add this into this. All right, so we're going to keep adding all the rest of the pecans in there. Now here comes a very important step, guys. So we're going to mix these up, and then we're going to toast them. Now that may sound kind of crazy, but the toasting brings out so much more flavor, and we're going for that graham cracker type flavor, right? So in order to do that, we do need to toast these. So we're going to break up all the clumps. Also make sure you preheat your oven to 350 degrees. All right. Now, 2 things we have to do. We have to toast this and melt 3 tablespoons of butter. I'll be right back. All right, we got our pan on medium heat. And what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that we got all the lumps out of our pecan and almond flour mixture. We're going to dump it in the pan. Now, the key is we don't want to burn this. We don't want to burn this at all. So we just want to keep it moving. Flatten it out, let it toast, and rotate. Flat, toast, rotate. Flat, toast, rotate. That is the mantra for today. So we're just going to keep it moving. And we're going to bring it back, flatten it down. And you'll start to smell when this is going on and when it's getting toasted, because it's going to give you that aromatic just niceness of pecans and almonds, and it's just so good. So you want to keep doing this for about another 2 minutes. I'll kind of fast forward through this now. I don't want to bore you. All right, now once you're done toasting, get it out of that pan immediately. And I've got a little bowl right here. I'm just gonna get it out, get it out, get it out. Because your pan's still hot, it will still cook it. So, you know, remove it from the pan right away because you don't want it to end up burning. All right. All right. Back to the board. All right, now it's time to go ahead and make the crust. So what we got here is we got our toasted pecans and almond flour, 3 tablespoons of melted butter, and the brown sugar swerve. All right, it's 1/3 cup. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna mix this all in. First, I'm gonna chop it all up, break it all up inside here, and try not to make a horrible mess. So this is the swerve brown sugar, or you know, it's imitation brown sugar, but it does the job and it gives the flavor and the smell and everything else. It is just awesome. So as we're getting that all incorporated, I mean, I guess you could use a mixer if you wanted to, but I just see it going everywhere if I tried that, knowing my luck. All right, so first I've got that all incorporated. Now we're going to add the 3 tablespoons of melted butter. And we're going to incorporate some more. Now, as you're mixing this all up, incorporate it, get it really nice there. Then we're going to add in a teaspoon of vanilla. 1 teaspoon. Vanilla extract. And we're going to add in a 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon. And we mix. And as you see, it starts getting really like crumbly, like you could mash it down and it comes out perfect. This is going to be the basis for our graham cracker type crust. It's not exactly graham cracker, there's no molasses in it, but that brown is going to get us close to it. All right. Now it's just to fill up our 6 moldings and flatten. Now this might be a little more. Left. There might be some left over. And if there is some left over, I will just take that into account into the carb count. But they pack down really good, so there should be very little left over. These things will hold up on their own and won't fall apart on you when you take them out of the cups. I'm just going to pack these down first, and then we'll add the rest. And I'll fast forward to this one so you don't have to watch me just tamp everything. All right, so now it's time for them to go in the oven for 10 minutes at 350. Now, while those cool, we're going to make the filling for our cheesecake. The real important thing here is to get things to room temperature. My cream cheese is at room temperature, I have an egg at room temperature, and I have my sour cream at room temperature. There's 2 tablespoons of the sour cream, and we're going to use a whole container of the tofutis. We don't need the vanilla extract. We have lemon extract right there. See, because this isn't going to curdle or cause that effect like when you're using regular milk products. So there's no need to really use the lemon but to get that taste, because you taste the lemon in it. So I'm just using extract. I'm going to use the 1/8 of a teaspoon of the lemon extract to get the same desired effect. So there is our tofuti. We're going to use the handy dandy, I feel like Captain Hook. Okay, we're going to use a handy dandy attachment here. Just to kind of, where's my, this is my first time trying this. Let me go ahead and switch to the regular mixer. All right, we're going to try this with the regular hand mixer. Yeah, that's a lot better. All right, we're going to add to that the sour cream. And then we're going to add to that 1 egg. Now we're going to add 1/8 of a teaspoon of lemon extract. Now we're going to add 3/4 of a cup of the confectioner sugar of the sort, the powdered. You don't want to over mix it, but you do want to incorporate it all. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to scoop down the sides. Okay, now that we're done with that, we're going to put it into our cupcakes. Okay, so you know this is like a custard. So it's really smooth. It's going to be really airy. It's going to be really good. And we're just going to go ahead and fill each of these bad boys up. I'll speed this up too. I don't want to bore you. Okay, so now we're done with the filling and we've got our crust ready and they're all ready to go. So we're in the oven they go. Now they're going to go into the oven. I lowered the oven to 325 degrees after I took out the crusts. So make sure you do that too. We're going to bake them for 25 minutes at 325 degrees. All right, let's go. Okay, 25 minutes are up. I'm actually making dinner for my wife and I right now. So I'm going to pull these out, set them down. We're going to let them cool for 24 hours. So tomorrow I get to put the toppings on and show you the results. All right, until then, oh wait. These are how they look. And they're still a little jiggly, as you see, which is a good thing. And now we just let them cool to room temperature here, and then, which is about an hour maybe, and then throw them in the refrigerator for them to chill and set overnight. All right, so tomorrow, I'm gonna show you the results. All right, and we're back, 24 hours. It's time for the results. Let me grab the cheesecake. And voila. They are done. They are set. All we need to do is add the topping on them. All right, so what we're going to do is we're making the chocolate and peanut butter topping for the cheesecake. Now, the strawberries ahead went bad, so I'll do that on another thing with strawberries for something else. But what we've got today is we've got the Chatfield chocolate chips here. All right, they're 0 net carbs. And then we've got the Reese's peanut butter chips, no lactose, obviously. And these are 2 carbs per tablespoon. Now we're using, since I only have 6 muffins here, or 6 cheesecakes here, I'm only using a half tablespoon of each. So effectively 1 net carb for the whole sauce that we put on these things. Which divided out by 6, it's minute then. You know, it may bring these to 4 carbs each. But like I said, these are dessert. These are what you save up, you know, and you want your dessert at the end of the day. And you stick to your 20 net carbs, then you can still do this easily. All right, so I put a half a tablespoon each in these Jägermeister shot glasses. Any of you that personally know me know I love my Jägermeister and I can't have it anymore. So what do I do with the shot glasses? They're perfect for melting small amounts of chocolate chips and peanut butter chips with coconut oil. So I put a half teaspoon of coconut oil in with the chocolate chips and the peanut butter chips. We're going to throw these in the microwave because they work great in the microwave. Melt it down, then we're going to decorate our cheesecake. All right, guys, I got my ratios wrong. So actually I should have used a half a teaspoon of the coconut oil with the half a tablespoon. So I had to add a little bit more of chocolate and peanut butter into each one to get it to the right consistency. Ow, 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 ow. And remember, you have to let these cool down a little bit so they do thicken up more. Don't try and burn your hands. Oh, there we go. That's the consistency I'm looking for. So I can drizzle on and make nice decorations. So first things first, let's go ahead and talk about how these actually look. We're going to take a controlled piece here. Now these are for my wife. She loves these. So I'm going to use to experiment on this one. And I'm going to decorate the rest, but I'm going to experiment on this one because this is the one that we're going to check it out and see how it tastes and everything else like that. All right, so here we go. No parchment paper, right? We've got our crust, we got our cheesecake. I'm going to take a little forky fork right here. And I'm just going to, oh my goodness, this is awesome. Now the crust, I may have done a little too much, but I like the crust. Take a look. Oh man. That is good. Oh my God, it's so good. Wow. Okay. This is a bomb. Absolute bomb. Now, we're going to see which one I like the best. The chocolate or the peanut butter. I haven't tried the chocolate before. I mean the peanut butter. I have tried the chocolate. I could do a better job of decorating. I could also let this cool down so it's a little more consistent. But I'm running out of time and my wife's coming home and I got to get dinner made before I have to go to work tonight. So we're going to do peanut butter on the other side. You put your peanut butter in my chocolate. All right, now normally I would let this cool too, but I'm in a rush. I really want to taste this. And sometimes you should and just leave it alone. But no, we're going to go ahead and do this. All right. Let's try the peanut butter side first. Oh, wow. That is awesome. Well, I've got something here. Now, I know I'm going to like the chocolate. Man. The cheesecake by itself is great. Adding the chocolate or peanut butter, that's just an extra topping. If you want to stay with the 3.3 carbs, add the chocolate for no extra carbs. You won't go wrong with that. The peanut butter is good too. Swirled together, oh my God. Oh my God. But we're out of time, folks, because I need to get on to making dinner. And dinner tonight is just Philadelphia steak and cheese sandwiches with zucchini. Nothing too over the top that you couldn't do yourself if you just thought about it. But I will make some different, sorry. But I will make some different videos about some of the other things that I make coming up soon. Please subscribe, hit that like button, hit that notification bell, and get an upload for new content. Enjoy the cheesecake, guys. Seriously, make it. You'll enjoy it. Lactose free, keto, what more can you ask? Have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Once again, guys, if I change anything in the recipe while I was doing this, I'll make sure I put it into the comment section below in the description, so you'll have the full printout of the write-out of the recipe, and you can copy it from there. All right, have a great day. Talk to you again real soon.